I was once an avid follower of the Hebrew Israelite movement until I got stuck. I got to a point where I said, okay, if these mythologies are actually talking about me, Zulu, then my clan names Izithakazelo Zami should link me back to at least one of those tribes out of the 12. Just one. I failed. I dismally failed. I actually realized that is the allegory, that is the non-reality. The cultural practices, the Sintu, that is the reality that the mythology became based upon, but not in a practical sense, in a sense only to pass down certain knowledge. Now, if you are firmly rooted in your culture, it's quite easy to actually pick up where the storyline is not now following the cultural practice, the norm in your culture. An example of this would be burial rites that we observe ngesingoni, ngesintu. As Africans, sending off a body into the next world is something we are quite meticulous about. Even when it is oversimplified, we are very meticulous about how we prepare that body and send off that body. Now, in the crucifixion of Jesus on Good Friday, I find it challenging because it does not suit any context yesintu when it comes to burial. Number one, we don't rush burials. We take time to prepare for our burials. It takes time to make sure that everyone who knows the beloved is given an opportunity to either say, I am on my way, or sorry, I can't make it. It takes time. I don't care how low of stature you are. Those are protocols that are followed when someone passes on. And so an idea that ukobela or a spiritual or a healer or unyazi lwezulu babushayemba ukuthi nje bamsuse esiphambanweni hayibo kibidi. They ran about, and before sunset he was in a tomb. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. That is not how we do things. We do not rush burial rites. There's the argument that what if Sabbath actually begins at sunrise? And even in that context, it still wouldn't work, because family members would need to be given an opportunity to get to where the burial is happening. That is isintu. And this is where now, as reasoning adults, we need to realize it is like that by design, because it is a mythology. Even when you take it to Orthodox, Jewish or Hebrew culture, it still doesn't add up, because let's say they attempted to actually do it. Remember, it was Passover, which means even getting linen and the perfumes to actually carry out that service, it would have taken some time to actually acquire those things, because everyone was observing Passover at the time. When you start analyzing the story now, par on par with that which is culturally acceptable and cultural norms of your customs, that is where it falls apart. But now here is the challenge. Most of us do not know enough about these cultural practices to actually see that, hang on, this is a lie. We do not know enough about ourselves. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe in God. Ho, 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 ho.